You don't lose her when you walk away. You lose her the moment she realizes you won't. That's the part nobody tells you. Because most men think staying proves strength. They think patience earns love. They think endurance builds attraction. They think if they just hold on a little longer, she'll finally see their worth. But that's not how it works. Not in her world, not in reality. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, just like you. He met a woman who felt different. Not perfect, but rare. She had that energy, that pull. The kind that makes you ignore red flags because the connection feels too real to question. At first, everything was easy. She laughed at his jokes, texted him first, stayed up late just to talk. And he thought, this is it. So he leaned in. A little more effort, a little more attention, a little more availability. But something subtle started to shift. She didn't reply as fast. Her tone changed. The excitement faded, and not all at once, but slowly, like a dimming light. And that's where most men make their biggest mistake. They chase the version of her that no longer exists. He noticed it too. The distance, the inconsistency, the way she stopped choosing him the same way. But instead of stepping back, he stepped forward. He tried harder. Longer texts, more compliments, more understanding, more patience. He thought love meant persistence. But what he didn't realize was this: every step he took toward her, while she was pulling away, was lowering his value in her eyes. Because attraction isn't built on effort alone. It's built on perception. And when a man keeps showing up, even when he's no longer being chosen, he silently tells her, I don't have other options. I'll accept less. I need you more than you need me. And that kills respect. Now here's the part that changes everything. One day, he stopped. No big speech, no emotional goodbye, no begging for closure. He just walked away. Not out of anger, but out of clarity. And suddenly, she noticed. Not because he left, but because he left without fear. That's what hit her. The same man who once stayed no matter what was now gone without explanation. No chasing, no convincing, no emotional chaos, just silence. And silence is loud. You see, when you walk away first, you break the pattern she expected. She expected you to stay, to tolerate, to keep proving yourself. But when you don't, you force her to confront something uncomfortable, your absence. And here's the psychology most men never understand. A woman doesn't fully feel your value when you're always there. She feels it when you're gone. Because your presence becomes normal, predictable, replaceable. But your absence? That creates contrast. That creates curiosity. That creates respect. Now let's go deeper. Why does she respect the man who walks away first? It's not ego. It's not manipulation. It's something far more primal. It signals self-worth. When you walk away from someone who's no longer choosing you, you communicate something powerful without saying a word. I value myself more than I value this connection. And that's rare, because most men do the opposite. They sacrifice themselves to keep her. They abandon their standards to avoid losing her. They trade respect for temporary closeness. But the man who walks away, he chooses dignity over attachment. And that is magnetic. Now let's be clear. Walking away doesn't mean you didn't care. It means you cared enough about yourself to not stay where you're not valued. And that's what she feels. Even if she doesn't admit it. Even if she never texts you again. Even if she pretends she doesn't care. Deep down, she knows. Because most men stay. Very few leave. And the ones who leave, they're the ones she remembers. Think about it. She's used to men chasing her, trying to win her, trying to prove themselves. But the man who walks away, he flips the script. Now she's the one wondering, why did he leave so easily? Did he not care? Was I not enough? And that's where respect begins. Not when you convince her to stay, but when she questions why you didn't. Here's the truth most people avoid. Respect comes before love, always. And if she doesn't respect you, she can't truly desire you. You can be kind, loyal, supportive, but without respect, You become safe, predictable, emotionally convenient, and safe doesn't create attraction. Walking away restores that balance. It reminds her, you're not just another man trying to keep her. You're a man who can lose her and still be okay. And that's the ultimate power, not control over her, but control over yourself. Now let's address the fear, because I know what you're thinking. What if I lose her forever? Good, that's the risk. Because if the only way to keep her is to lose yourself, you've already lost. Walking away is not about getting her back, it's about getting yourself back. And ironically, that's what makes her come back. Not always, but often enough to notice a pattern. Because once you're gone, she compares, she reflects, she replays moments, and suddenly, the man she thought was replaceable doesn't feel so replaceable anymore. But here's the part you must understand. If you walk away expecting her to chase you, you've already failed. Walking away only works when it's real, when it's final, when it comes from a place of, I'm done accepting less than I deserve. Not, I hope this makes her miss me. Because women can feel the difference. One is power, the other is desperation in disguise. And desperation is always unattractive. So what happens next? You rebuild, you refocus, you redirect your energy into your life, your purpose, your growth, your standards, and something shifts inside you. You stop needing validation. You stop chasing attention. You stop tolerating inconsistency. And when you reach that point, you don't just become attractive to her again, you become attractive to everyone. Because confidence isn't built by holding on. It's built by knowing when to let go. And here's the irony. The moment you truly stop caring about losing her is the moment you become the man she doesn't want to lose, but by then, you've changed. You no longer see her as the center of your world. You see her as an option, not the option. And that shift? That's what separates boys from men. Because boys chase, men choose. So if you're in that situation right now, where she's pulling away, where you feel the distance, where you're doing more and receiving less, don't fight it. Don't chase it. Don't try to fix it. Step back, observe, and if needed, walk away. Not to prove something to her, but to prove something to yourself. Because at the end of the day, the man she respects the most isn't the one who stayed the longest. It's the one who knew exactly when to leave and didn't look back.